Hello, 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 hello. Hi, 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 hi. How is everybody doing? Oops. Amy Ra, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? How's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody doing good? Swell, well. Good, swell, well, great, amazing, wonderful. I'm going to let the live run for a little bit. Hopefully a couple people come on in. Oh, my package is coming tomorrow. I'm so excited. My package is coming tomorrow, guys. I am so super excited. Between 10:50 a.m. and 2:50 p.m. Pump, fist pump, fist pump. Fist pump, fist pump. Yeah, I can be cringe sometimes. I just don't know what to do. When I first start the live, I'm like, what do I do? I just kind of want to wait and let a few people come on in. Yeah. So I dance around. I should have got myself some water for sure, because we're going to be reading, analyzing, all of that good jazz, you know? How does everything look? Does everything look good? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Does everything sound good? I'm just about to tell everyone on the community tab that I am live. Hopefully a couple people stop by. Oh, it's good to hear that you're doing good. Good to hear that you're doing good. Working and listening to the live. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Multitask. I like that. I've come to love this song. It's actually in the StreamYard background music section, which I think I'm actually going to invest in StreamYard. I like it a lot. I mean, I've done streams on Twitch. I've used other OBSs and stuff, but I feel like StreamYard is really good because it condenses everything. It makes things easier for the broadcaster. You don't have to keep adding things to the output. Everything's here easy for you. I like that. So if you're just joining live, make sure to like. We will be reading the rest of the brutal lawsuit, that the newest one that P Diddy has out against him. We'll be reading that. I read the first 17 pages yesterday, and it was quite frightening. I'm gonna just say that. It was frightening. So we were on page 17. If you haven't seen the first part, it's going to be on my live section in my videos. So Let's just zoom in and just get ready. We'll just go here. We'll start from here and we'll read down. I'm going to give a few more minutes and then I'll just start reading and analyzing and we can just go from there. We'll just go from there. Hello, if you are entering the chat and you are not subscribed, please subscribe. We are trying to get Lindsay Unfiltered to 2,000 subs. Also hit that like button. Thank you so much, Angela. All right, we're going to be getting started in about a minute here. I will be right back, you guys. We're going to get started in about 1 minute. All right, everybody, I am back and we are about to, we're about to get started picking up on the lawsuit that we were reading last night, Thalia Graves against P Diddy. Had to get some water because I'm going to need to hydrate. Okay. And we're going to start off right here where it says in February. Let me turn the music off so we can concentrate, so we can hone in, so we can use our detective skills, ladies and gentlemen. if there are any gentlemen in here. Anyway. Okay. In February 2024, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, one of Combs' former producers, sued Combs for forcing him to engage in unwanted S acts and trafficking. I have to watch what I say here, among other allegations. In that complaint, Mr. Jones alleges that Combs regularly drugged others, including minors, those under 18, by giving them alcoholic beverages laced with ecstasy and other date rape drugs. Terrible, right? That he believes himself was drugged by Combs. So Lil Rod believes he was drugged by Combs and that Combs routinely, secretly recorded encounters. F, in May 2024, two more women sued Combs. Former model Crystal McKinney sued Combs in the Southern District of New York for drugging and S-ing her at his recording studio in 2003. Combs had promised to help advance Miss Kinney's modeling career, a promise she believed he would fulfill because of his ownership and or titles at the Bad Boy Enterprise and its related entities. April Lampros, an intern at Arista Records, which was an owner of Bad Boy, also sued Combs in May 2024 in New York County Supreme Court for essaying her on multiple occasions, secretly filming at least one of the assaults and showing the recording to multiple people. Ms. Lampros alleges that Combs ordered her to take drugs on one occasion before he assaulted her. And the list goes on. G, in July 2024, former adult film star Audria English, who was employed by Combs as an entertainer at his infamous white parties that brought together the biggest names in the music and entertainment industries, sued Combs in the Southern District of New York for SA trafficking, alleging that he required her to consume drinks laced with ecstasy and secretly recorded the acts he forced her to engage in. H, in September 2024, singer and songwriter Dawn Angelique Richard also sued Combs. Richard was employed by Combs as part of the girl group Danity Kane, formed by Combs, and later as a key member of Combs and Diddy's band Dirty Money. Combs banned Diddy Dirty Money. She sued Combs in the Southern District of New York for sexual assault, false imprisonment, and for subjecting her to hostile working conditions due to her gender, including degrading comments and threats. Ms. Richard has alleged that Combs regularly supplied others, including minors, with copious amounts of and alcohol and subjected them to acts while they were sedated and or unconscious due to the drugs and alcohol. Okay, 60. On September 16th, 2024, Combs was arrested at a Manhattan hotel after a grand jury indicted him on charges of trafficking and racketeering. The indictment details how, for decades, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced women and others around him to fulfill his desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. It's the United States of America versus Sean Combs, aka Diddy. It notes that Combs' abuse of women was enabled by the employees, resources, and influence of the multifaceted business empire that he led and controlled, creating a criminal enterprise whose members and associates engaged in, attempted to engage in, among other crimes, trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping is crazy, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. The indictment notes that Combs' business was operated at various times in both Manhattan and Los Angeles under a variety of United States based corporate entities, including Bad Boy Entertainment, Combs Enterprises, and Combs Global, collectively, the Combs business. According to the indictment, physical abuse by Combs was recurrent and widely known. It notes that Combs' assaults on women, including striking, punching, dragging, throwing objects at, and kicking them. Combs was also charged with using the Combs business, including certain employees, to carry out, facilitate, and cover up his abuse and commercial sex. And the indictment notes that his employees' conduct was facilitated and assisted by Combs' control of the Combs business. The indictment specifically refers to the involvement of Combs' security staff, likely referring to Sherman, the other person that Talia is suing in this lawsuit. It notes that Combs and his affiliates recorded assaults and controlled victims through the use of drugs. In or about March 2024, law enforcement seized narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant from Combs' residences. Combs' long history of violence against women makes unmistakably clear that his actions, including his attack of plaintiff, have been motivated by gender. So what they're saying in this lawsuit is he seemed to target women to abuse them more than he would target men to abuse them. This is not to say that he never abused men, because we saw Lil Rod speak out, and I'm sure there are other men that haven't come forward yet, allegedly, but he basically sees women as the weaker target. He sees women as the easier to manipulate target, if that makes sense. That's what they're saying here, motivated by gender. Specifically, he has a profound contempt for women and an ongoing practice of denigrating and trying to humiliate them. I feel like he feels like, oh, because they're a woman, they're not going to speak out. Because they're a woman, they're weaker. I have the upper hand on all fronts. Combs' treatment of plaintiff accords with his pattern and practice of drugging, essaying, and secretly recording the women he is abusing. First cause of action: violation of New York's Victim of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act. Plaintiff hereby incorporates each of the foregoing paragraphs as if it is fully set forth herein. By viciously and violently forcing contact, and you can read the 3 types of contact here, on plaintiff, defendant Combs and Sherman committed a crime of violence motivated by gender under the Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, VGM VPA, as defined in New York City Administrative Code. Now that is a long that's a long code name, Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, VGM VPA. Like that's very long. The requirement that the crime of violence be committed because of gender or on the basis of gender and due, at least in part, to an animus based on the victim's gender is satisfied because the defendants Combs and Sherman is such a, makes me think about Pee Wee Herman and Sherman and Diddly Puff, violently forced plaintiff to engage in, you can read those words, without her consent. Gender animus adheres when consent is absent. Moreover, Combs' long history of violence against women evinces a deep contempt for women, as does Sherman's alleged pattern of committing his own essays, recording them, and selling them. That's a different type of nutty, in my opinion. Like, first things first, you want to go into this industry. Sure, whatever. But you basically take your crimes, your assaults, and that's what you're trying to break into the industry with, as if no one's going to notice, as if no one's going to catch on to maybe this person doesn't want to be there. Sad. Defendants Combe and Sherman's R's of plaintiff presented a serious risk of physical injury to her and, in fact, caused her significant physical injuries, including burning and pain in her areas, anal. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And bruising to her face and wrists. The Combs corporations enabled Combs and or Sherman to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender because Combs and Sherman are worded plaintiff at the Bad Boy Studio. How you doing, Gio? How's it going? How's it going? Where was I? Where on information and belief they routinely committed SA and gender motivated violence as detailed in other civil lawsuits. Given Combs and Sherman's long standing pattern of practice committing violence against women, including at the same location where they did this to the plaintiff, the Combs corporations had and or should have had knowledge of Combs and Sherman using the premises for this unlawful conduct, and they did absolutely nothing to stop it. The Combs corporations enabled Combs and or Sherman to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender by failing to, among other things, protect the plaintiff from a known danger and or have sufficient policies and procedures in place to prevent SA or train their employees on identifying SA. Given Combs and Sherman's long-standing pattern and practice of committing violence against women, including on premises owned and or operated by defendants, the Combs corporations had and or should have had knowledge that Combs and Sherman were a danger to the plaintiff and did nothing to stop Combs and Sherman. So they're the Combs corporations. When we're talking about the Combs corporations, I believe they're talking about all of his businesses, Combs Global. So you're talking about the TV industry, the media industry, the beverage industry, the clothing industry. So those corporations should have had knowledge. They're alleging that they should have had knowledge that this was going on for a long time and they just let it go. Why? The Combs corporations enabled Combs and or Sherman to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender by failing to properly supervise Combs and or Sherman. Further, Combs, as the owner of Bad Boy and Daddy's House, watched plaintiff being beeped by his employee on the premises of Bad Boy. The Combs corporations had knowledge and or should have had knowledge of Combs' widespread and well-known practice of committing SA and gender-motivated violence, including on premises owned and or operated by defendants, but they did nothing to stop it. The Combs corporations further enabled Combs and or Sherman to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender by actively placing, maintaining, and or employing Combs and or Sherman in places of power and authority, despite the fact they knew and or should have known that Combs has a widespread and well-known practice of committing SA and gender-motivated violence, including on premises owned and or operated by the defendants. Combs and Sherman used their titles and authority conferred by the Combs corporations, including as CEO, founder, chairman, Combs, and head of security, Sherman, to facilitate and perpetuate the violent assault on plaintiff and to intimidate and force plaintiff to keep quiet in the subsequent years. Now, the Combs corporations also enabled Combs and or Sherman to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender because Combs and Sherman used plaintiff's boyfriend's employment as an executive for Bad Boy and Daddy's House and their stated concerns about his performance at work to lure plaintiff out of their home to meet with them alone. Now, this woman, Talia Graves, I think she may be a part of the indictment because of the words that they use. They use a lot of words that were used in the indictment. They basically allege that Combs Global and all of P Diddy's corporations and LLCs, they allege that they knew he was doing this, but they were covering it up. How would they know that? How would these lawyers know that their if their client doesn't have like specific information about the indictment? And I do remember when I read the indictment, I have the indictment on my YouTube channel. If you want to go check that out, go check out my videos. I have the indictment. I read the whole thing, and they did say something about luring in the indictment. So when you go to lure, you think about, okay, they basically tricked her out of her house because they were saying, oh, your boyfriend's doing poorly at work. We need to speak with you about his performance. Now, I've never heard of that before. Like if you're with someone and their boss calls you and says, I want to talk to you about his performance, it kind of makes you look a little like, wait, why do you need to talk to me? I'm not the one performing the job, right? And then to double down, and SA her, and then to triple down and record it, and then to quadruple down and sell it, and then to quintuple down and show it to her boyfriend and say, ha ha, look what we did. That's some dirty work, right? 74 says, on information and belief, plaintiff alleges that, what does that say? Defendant organizational does 1 through 10, inclusive, are other parties not yet identified who have enabled Combs and or Sherman to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender in ways articulated above and or in other ways. Now, I definitely got to look up what this guy Sherman looks like. I'm going to pull that to the side so we can look at him after. Sherman. Is there a picture of him out there? There is a picture of him out there. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to just let y'all see how he looks. And I definitely get that vibe from him. Is this him? Is this him? Joe Sherman. He broke his silence. Oh, what did he say? He said he didn't do it? He didn't do it? Because, I mean, I don't feel like he's lying. I don't feel like she's lying. Sorry. Oh, yeah, she's not lying. I can't even show that on my YouTube, the picture I just looked at. He's around women galore. And yeah, I can definitely see that. But we're in 75 now. As a result of defendant's actions, plaintiffs suffered damages in an amount to be determined at trial and pursuant to the fee shifting provision of the statute. This legal action has been commenced within the statutory time frame provided by the 2-year look-back window for these claims. Second cause of action, violation of New York civil rights law. Plaintiff hereby incorporates each of the foregoing paragraphs as if fully set forth herein by sexually assaulting, I keep saying it just comes out like it's hard to not read the word that's in front of you. Plaintiff and recording it, defendant caused plaintiff to be depicted in a video image unclothed and with intimate body parts exposed and engaging in conduct with another person in violation of New York civil rights law against her will. And the defendants published the video distributed the video without plaintiff's knowledge or consent, allegedly. And on information and belief, defendants have continued to push the video out, including by selling it as a corn video and continually doing it throughout the years, right? The plaintiff was fully identifiable in the video. The plaintiff had a reasonable expectation that def- defendants would not secretly record a violent essay of her and give the videos to others. All right. By intentionally, publicly humiliating plaintiff and trying to ruin plaintiff's romantic relationship with her then boyfriend, they then published the video. Defendants had the purpose of harassing, annoying, and or alarming the plaintiff. As a direct and proximate result of defendant's actions in violation of New York civil rights law, plaintiff has suffered and continues to suffer emotional harm, including mental anguish, emotional distress, and humiliation in an amount to be determined by trial. Defendants' violation of New York civil rights law were malicious, willful, wanton, and outrageous, entitling plaintiff to an award of punitive damages. Defendants should be ordered to account for and destroy all copies of the video that are in their actual or constructive possession, custody, or control. Defendants should be temporarily and permanently enjoined from further publishing any intimate images of plaintiff. That is fair. That is fair because, first of all, this shouldn't have even happened. This shouldn't have even happened. So, you definitely shouldn't have videotapes circling around. You definitely shouldn't be profiting off of the videotapes. That's the crazy part. They're saying that they sold this stuff. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part because last time I checked, being a director for movies, flicks, whatever you want to call them, that's not illegal. That's not illegal, but you have to have consent of the actors that are participating in the movie, right? You have to pay them. You have to make sure safety standards are set, right? So, if y'all just wanted to be these directors, why didn't y'all go the legitimate way about it? Why did you have to just do it in the most disgusting, disturbing, backhanded, off the wall way? It's not like there was no other way you could get laid. There was not, you know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say without trying to say it. But what exactly would motivate you to do something like that? What was it about her boyfriend that made you do something like that? Did you just not like her boyfriend? Because in the beginning of the lawsuit here, it says that her boyfriend and P Diddy were good friends. Why on earth would you do that? The thing is, Lindsay, I honestly don't know. I honestly do not know if they wanted to watch. They knew they were watching that. All they knew is that they were buying something. The people who were watching it. First, it says earlier on in the lawsuit, it basically says that they did it and they showed it to a bunch of people, and then they did it and then started selling it. I don't understand. I just don't understand. If you want to be a freaky director and buy cases of baby oil, why not do it the legitimate way? Why are you pillaging people for your own disturbing, very disturbing desires? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. And the fact that this was like no one knew this. The fact that no one knew this is scary because it has us to think what else is going on in Hollywood? What else is going on to people that we adore, people that we buy from, stores that we endorse, places we go to spend our money at every day? What's going on with those people? You never know. You never know. Hopefully, it's nothing as egregious, but it makes you think like, you got away with that for that long. Your money covered up all of that. Nobody said a peep. I mean, people were saying things like, oh, Diddy parties are fun. Diddy parties are crazy. There's no party like a Diddy party, whatever. But for the most part, his image in the public was good. You know, for the most part, when you saw him with Cassie, you wouldn't have ever thought there was layers to that onion, that many layers to that onion, right? Okay. All right, so let's go to the next page. Such intimate images depicted plaintiff, unclothed and with intimate body parts exposed, engaging with contact with another person. Plaintiff was fully unidentifiable in the video. I'm sorry, plaintiff was fully identifiable in the video. Oh, I just read that. Why they repeat it? They just repeated that. They repeated everything that they said before. Defendant's intention of disseminating and publishing the video was to harass, annoy, alarm, and humiliate plaintiff, and to cause her economic, physical, and or substantial and emotional harm. So basically they repeated what they said here. Right here. They also wanted to ruin her relationship with her then boyfriend. What is the motive? I need a motive for this. What is your motive for doing this to your supposed friend? Are you like it's outrageous. Okay. All right, we're on page 25. This is one of the last pages. Wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requests that judgment be entered against defendant as follows: awarding compensatory compensatory damages for all physical injuries, emotional distress, psychological harm, anxiety, humiliation, physical and emotional pain and suffering, family and social disruption, other harm in an amount to be determined at trial, awarding punitive damages in an amount to be determined at trial, awarding attorney's fees and costs pursuant to any applicable statute or law, including under New York City Administrative Code, New York Civil Rights Law, New York City Administrative Code, and any other applicable statute or law. Awarding pre and post judgment interest on all charges, damages, fees, and costs, attaching any and all of defendant's real property and other assets located in the state of New York pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 64, ordering defendants to account for and destroy all copies of any and all images and videos taken of or in connection with Combs and Sherman's sexual assaults of plaintiff that are in their actual or constructive possession, custody, or control, and enjoining defendants temporarily and permanently from further distributing and publishing any intimate images or videos of plaintiff, and awarding such other further relief as this court may deem just and proper. And there is the lawyer's signatures. So, this was 26 pages. I think I read the first 17 pages yesterday, and everything sounds it's all bad. Let me just put it that way. It's all bad. But when I first started talking about Cassie a couple months ago, when I first started talking about her lawsuit, I was sure to say um, Cassie basically lit the torch. Cassie was a pioneer in a way because without her coming to the forefront and saying what she said, there wouldn't have been the exposure, and it would have continued year after year after year after year after year after year, allegedly. Without Cassie coming to the forefront and being that what do they call it? Trailblazer of sorts. No one else would have either. And I honestly and justly believe that no one would have said anything had not Cassie. No one would have. And I know that must be hard because a lot of people are digging right now. People on TikTok are digging. People on social media are digging. Journalists are digging. The police are digging. Everyone is digging. And her life that was so much very private is not private anymore. So that must be hell on earth. Absolute hell. Oh my goodness, I didn't want to put that picture up there. Sorry guys, I didn't want to show you guys that picture, but this is the bodyguard that is being alleged to have been with P Diddy that night. Let me show you guys a bigger picture. This is him right here. I'm about to pull up a picture of him so you guys can see him. It's just ridiculous, you know? It's ridiculous. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry for clearing my throat. Trying to pull up the picture of Sherman really quick. Who is that? Somebody just went live on two of the people I follow just went live on YouTube. Two of the people I follow just went live on YouTube. Oh, here we go. Let me show you guys him. Here he is right here. Now, what do you guys think? If you're in the comments, I mean, we can't judge a book by its cover. We can't judge a man by how he looks on the screen, but this is the guy, the bodyguard that they said. Yeah, Cassie's very brave. Cassie's very brave because she probably thought they were gonna, you know, she didn't think it was gonna get to that point where she would say something. I'm sure she was probably trying to hold that. She was probably trying to take that to the grave with her, to be honest with you. But something in her said, especially when he got on TV and was at the BET Awards accepting awards and said, thank you for holding me down during the dark times or something to her. It addressed something to her. You shouldn't even be speaking her name. You shouldn't even be saying anything to her. You should say nothing. You should say nothing to her. Honestly, you should be saying not a damn thing. I can't even show this picture so bad, but you know, guys, it's ridiculous. Like I heard about one story, I was like, okay. I heard about another story, I was like, okay. Like these stories just kept getting more and more and more and more ridiculous. And it's like the same thing with R. Kelly. When someone's saying something about you, one or two people, it's like, okay, whatever. But when multiple people, when I'm talking 10, 12, 30 people are saying or alleging things, people need to listen because there's probably some truth behind it. And it's probably deeper than we all know. So for all of the investigators, all of the people that, you know, try to dig and get into rabbit holes, I've gotten into a deep Diddy rabbit hole. And I don't think there's any figuring this puzzle out for one person. I really don't. It's a web of people. It's a network of people. But I do believe that, some people say, "Oh, it's bigger than P Diddy." Honestly, I feel like P Diddy is the ringleader. You know, every operation is bigger than one person. Every criminal enterprise is bigger than one person. We understand that, but they have a leader. Every group has a leader. Every group has a leader. And Diddy is the leader of whatever they got going on. He's a leader of that group. If you're just joining, make sure to like the stream. Jayla, thank you so much for coming in and putting a comment in. Ever since Kim passed, I always had a feeling Diddy had something to do with it. Only people I feel bad for are his kids. I didn't know who Kim Porter was. Honestly, I didn't know who she was until I started going down the Diddy rabbit hole, right? I knew about her, but learned about her from like people like Jaguar Wright and things of that nature. Make sure you share the make sure you share the stream. But guys, I was showing them the picture of the bodyguard that allegedly SA'd that woman with P Diddy. Here he is right here. His name is Joseph Sherman. Yeah, and the kids made a statement today. I don't know if you guys saw it, but his kids made a statement. Okay. I don't know if you guys read it, but it was I read it and I was like, I mean, I'll read it for you guys actually. I'm pretty sure the Shade Room has it. Shade Room has everything. What? Wait, y'all. Mayor Eric Adams of New York City. The Shade Room don't miss a beat. New York Mayor Eric Adams has been indicted after federal investigation into alleged corruption. New York. Oh, oh wow. Okay. Let's put the puzzle pieces together. You remember when P Diddy got that key to the city? Who gave Diddy the key to who gave Kitty who gave Kitty? Who gave Sean Puffy Combs the key to the city? Who gave Sean Puffy Combs the key to the city? I know you fucking lying. I know you're lying. See, I came on here to look for something else. I came on here to look for something else. But who gave P. Diddy the key to the city? Is his name Eric Adams? Oh, oh. Let me take a picture of this because this is unbelievable right here, bro. So he's been indicted, Mayor Eric Adams, the same one who gave. Look, they're doing this with their hands. They're doing this. They're doing this. They're doing this. Ooh, that's some tea. That's some tea. That's tea. Now that's tea. That's tea. That's that okay, so okay. Maybe it's not related to Diddy. But why? Why is the mayor indicted? Excuse me. Why is the same mayor that gave Diddy the key to the city then took it back indicted? On what? They will announce the details on Thursday. Hold on a second. Today's Wednesday. I need them to hurry up. I no, you can't say somebody's been indicted and then be like, "Oh, hell, we don't know why." Holy shit. Okay, wait. Wait, I'm about to change the title. Hold on, I gotta change the title, y'all. I'm being messy. I'm being messy. So what exactly is going on in New York? What's going on in New York? Can somebody guess? I really don't wanna. Ooh. Yeah, y'all gonna need to tell me. What did this mayor do? What did he do? I gotta pull this picture up again because I just can't. I just effing can't. I can't. I cannot. Look at this. Mm-mm. Oh no. I came on here to read something else, but that just threw me off. The shade room is just messy. But I needed to see that. Okay, where's the I know they posted what the kids had to say today. Um girl. What? So did he paid for that key? How much did the key to New York? How much does the key to New York cost? What were they doing? Was it drug related? Is it drug related? Is it drug related? Why is the mayor involved? Is it drug related? Is it trafficking? See, I don't know. I don't know. It makes me nervous because I don't know which direction to go in. I don't know if it's money related, filtering money in and out. I don't know if it's drug related. I don't know if it's SA related. I don't know if it's okay. And then they tell you that they indict somebody, Eric Adams. That's and then he's a Democrat. Oh, I just cannot. And then AOC says he needs to resign. This is getting political. Yeah, he just needs to step down. Just step down, bro. Just step down. Because why are you involved in it? And you were a former police officer as well. I just hope it's not related to Diddy. I pray it's not related to Diddy, because if it's related to Diddy, it's some bullshit. I can tell you that right now. If it's related to Diddy, it's some grade A bullshit that he's being indicted for. He was on the police department. NYPD. 100 blacks in law enforcement who care. Oh, you got, man, you can't make this up. Mayor of New York City, criminal investigations. Oh, oh. Several members of the administrations of New York City Mayor Eric Adams are currently under federal investigation for a variety of potential crimes, corruption, bribery. Okay, if it's bribery, I mean, I feel like politicians do that. I won't be like, oh, I'm so shocked. But if it's something very extremely bad and criminal, he's won all of these elections. He's won every single election since 2006. Won. Yeah. He went for representative. He lost. Yeah, but I think it's mostly yeah. New York is mostly a Democratic state, so of course he's going to win there. Oh, and a woman filed an SA lawsuit against him. Filed an SA lawsuit against Mayor Adams, too. Wow. Interesting. Birds of a feather flock together, don't they now? Oh my goodness. Not the mayor. Not the mayor, bro. Why can't they come? I'm not going to even say that. I'm not going to even say that. I'm going to just leave that alone. I'm gonna leave my state government alone for real. Let me see who would have it. I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm gonna read that statement for y'all that the kids did. All right. All right. Yeah, that's crazy. I really that mayor must have. I hope he just took some money, because if he is related to the shit Diddy is doing. All right. I'm just changing the title around when I'm doing different stuff. Okay. So the kids said, okay, I have it here. Let me pull it up for y'all so we can all read together. The kids said, all right. Let's see exactly what they said. All right. Let me zoom in so I can read this. Actually, read this shit. Okay. Quincy and the Combs twins. Okay. All right. We have seen so many. Now, if you guys don't know, Quincy and P Diddy's twin girls, their mother passed away. Christian, yeah, their mother passed away, and a lot of people are saying that P Diddy had something to do with it, because there's a rumor that she was coming out with a book. So somebody dropped a book. I'm gonna put it like this, because I don't know how reputable the book is, or if the book is even true, or if it's somebody looking for a quick come up, because people are buying the book left and right, saying that that was part of her diary. So, and the book is disgusting. The book is disgusting. Like, I almost thought about buying it. Then I'm like, there's a good chance none of this is true, right? So they said, we have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationships, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. Additionally, please understand that, what she say? That any so-called friend speaking on behalf of our mom or her family is not a friend, nor do they have her best interest at heart. Our lives were shattered when we lost our mother. She was our world, and nothing has been the same since she passed. While it has been incredibly difficult to reconcile how she could have been taken from us too soon, the cause of her death has long been established. There was no foul play. Grief is a lifelong process, and we ask that everyone respect our request for peace as we continue to cope with our loss every day. We are deeply saddened that the world has made a spectacle of what has been the most tragic event of our lives. Our mother should be remembered for the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories. We ask that everyone please respect our mother, Kim Porter, and hold her legacy in high regard so that she may rest in peace. It is what she deserves. We love and miss you, Mommy. Okay, that's what they said. A lot of people in the comments were saying things like, y'all are brainwashed. They were being really mean in the comments, but I feel like if someone asks you to respect their mother, that's what you need to do, right? If someone asks you to respect their mother, that's what you need to do. You don't need to continue to argue them down about their mother. That's their mother. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know why I didn't. Yeah, that's their mother. So I honestly don't understand why people are consistently. There's some big conspiracy theorists. Like one of the biggest ones is Jaguar Wright. No, Jaguar Wright is a big conspiracy theorist, and I feel like Jaguar Wright has a lot of truth in her conspiracies, but they just kind of, you know, the conspiracy theorists are going nuts right now. Nuts because they've always had this, in my opinion, idea of there being some type of secret society or secret something within the elite, right? And when you talk about things like this, like uncovering things that no one knew about, then they try to start connecting the dots to other celebrities. And um, it's like your brain cannot even comprehend all of that. If something is going on like that, our brains wouldn't even be able to comprehend it. So I feel like the conspiracy theorists, that's where they're always going to be. They're going to find a different rabbit hole to jump down. There's so many conspiracy theories about this situation. There's so many conspiracy theories about all types of different situations, but I feel like if someone tells you like hey, don't talk about my mother right now, you know? I think you should probably like honor that in a way. Especially if they're innocent parties to it. So honestly, I know somebody got on here and read the whole book and I was listening. I was like, oh, like it sounded like one of those, little smutty, I don't know what you call them, smut books. Like you used to write smut in back in the day or whatever. That's what the book reminded me of. And I was like, ain't no fucking way, right? But when you say ain't no way, there could be a way. So I don't know, guys. I just feel like we just have to wait and see what Eric Adams did. We have to wait and see now. Now I'm on Eric Adams's ass. I'm on Eric Adams's ass because why did you give him a key? And why are you being indicted? Or please tell me. Campaign finance case. Okay, so it accuses Adams of criminal conduct related to donations um, in his 2021 mayoral campaign. So, when did he get that key to the city? So it looks like he took some money, $20 million in donations that he received as a result of matching fund program that the city's campaign finance program offers candidates. I don't know. Somebody gave him $20 million. I wonder who that could have been. Interesting, guys. Interesting. Well, I just want to get on here, guys, and kind of cover and finish up that lawsuit. I am going to be doing some research probably tonight. I'll be doing some research. Make sure if you guys haven't already, go ahead and give me a follow. I'm going to be doing a lot of research tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to be doing some research because I'm getting ready to do a video on the Menendez brothers, and I'm getting ready to do a video on Leah Remini. And so I'm going to get my blueprints together. If you don't know about Leah Remini, she has um, a show out. It's on Tubi. And hold on 1 second. She has a show out on Tubi about Scientology. So we're going to go over the Scientology cult and what they do to people who leave and things of that nature. And we're also going to go over the Menendez brothers trial. Now, they just made a Netflix special about the Menendez brothers. That's why they're getting a lot of press and getting hype again, because of the trial that just came out. The Netflix special that just came out about the Menendez brothers. So I'm going to be covering them as well. And it'll probably be asking my audience the question, do you think they are victims, or do you think they are, suspects? Do you think they're in the wrong, or do you think they have some validity to what they did? Which honestly, I don't think there's any validity, but I haven't really gotten into the case yet. And the key to the city is like something a very important or influential person gets. And it's just like, it's something for show, I guess. Like it's something to show like you're a respected person in the city. You're a highly accomplished person in the city, things of that nature, guys. So if you guys don't follow me yet, make sure to come on here and give me a follow. Give me a follow. We're chasing 1,600. And if you don't know what I'm about, we do true crime, scandals, conspiracy theories, cults, things that make you think. So make sure to come here. I have a lot of Gypsy Rose content. That is my hottest content right now. I did a lot of research on Gypsy Rose, a lot. I'm talking about the crime scene photos. I'm talking about um, the interrogations. I'm talking about reading the text messages. I released a video today on Kanika Jenkins. I did videos on 7M, which was also a Netflix documentary. I read P Diddy's indictment. There's just a whole flurry of true crime, controversy, scandal, interesting content here that you can check out. Make sure to hit me up with a follow. Check some of my videos out if you're interested in that. And the playlists, I have playlists set up here. We have a P Diddy one, and we have a Gypsy one, the Scandals one. So, and I have a community tab as well. So I do want everybody to, if you guys get a chance to go onto my Facebook page, and make sure you guys go on there and like it, because I'm trying to grow the Facebook page. I just made it. So make sure you guys do that. I'd really, really, really appreciate it. I don't know where these two messages came from. I'm not sure, but I'll check those later. But soon I'll be doing videos on Carly Gregg, Leah Remini, and the Menendez brothers. Those are the ones coming soon. I'm going to do some research and probably more than likely have a video coming out soon. Okay. Tomorrow is when I'm going to work on that. Carly Gregg, people want to see her. The Menendez brothers, people want to see them. Leah Remini, people want to see her. So I'm definitely going to get those things into rotation for you guys. I'm going to do another Gypsy video. It's just hard to find content for Gypsy right now. And I want to make sure my content has a variety to it. I don't want to just be a Gypsy Rose content creator. There's nothing wrong with it, but I just want my content to span across different topics, because I don't really see anything going on with Gypsy Rose right now that I haven't covered. I do want to do a deep dive into Dee Dee Blanchard, like who she was growing up. Like 5 or 10 facts that we don't know about Dee Dee Blanchard. Something like that. I'm really working hard to get that. But there's not a lot of information on Dee Dee Blanchard on the internet, other than she had Munchausen's. That's on the internet, but not much of anything else. I think Carly Gregg will do well because of the fact that people are mirroring her to Gypsy Rose. That's the young girl, 14 years old, that unalived her mother recently. And I think we have a lot of good things going here. Hope you guys enjoy the content. I'm probably going to enjoy the rest of the night, kick back, relax, do some light research, reading. I got a new book. It's called Get Out of Your Head, or How to Stop the Cycle of Toxic Thoughts, those types of things. So I'm trying to read more. I'm trying to exercise more, be more health conscious and things of that nature. So after I do my YouTube videos, that's my time to kind of reset, maybe make a few notes on the computer and things like that. So I want to go live more, but I'm trying to just test the waters and see what works for me and my channel. If videos work better, then I'll do videos as I'm doing them. But if live streams blow up, I'll do more live streams. So I appreciate each and every one for coming out and talking with me tonight and chilling with me tonight. It was a fun, chill little stream. We got to wrap up the rest of this lawsuit by Thalia Graves. And I have tons of lives, some funny ones. I did one where I was watching TikToks about Gypsy Rose. I have tons of them. Just go check me out, check my content out. I think you will like it, and you might want to follow. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I am going to go relax, take some notes, and do some light reading, and maybe get something to eat. I'm kind of hungry. I'm a late eater, though. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Make sure to follow me and stay up with me, and watch out for the next video to drop. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Bye now.